Hey, you guys, and welcome back to your girl channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Laviance. I am an ex stay-at-home mom of three. I am currently back at work, and I am currently going through the life of my new reality. I am currently grieving, lost a brother, so right there, whole life did whole 360 on me, and a lot of extra stuff that you guys will probably see more into this series if I go into detail. I'm not sure if I really want to talk about everything that have happened to me in these past couple of, I'm say year or so. But anyway, you guys, I want to come back to y'all, talk to y'all while y'all watch me clean up because I was a little depressed. I'm not gonna lie, these past 2 weeks that I haven't been posting stuff, I've been depressed as fuck. I've been dealing with body dysmorphia. As y'all can see, I see my arms. Y'all see the back fat and everything else. I feel like I lost so much freaking weight. But I just don't see it. I go to the gym. I do everything like I feel like I'm supposed to do. But it's just the results not resulting. Sometimes I be looking good. Sometimes I be oh my gosh. Like I just feel like I look like oh well at times. But anyway, maybe that's just in my head. But in this video, I feel like I look like a god dang on well. Every time I move my arm, y'all see that? And it's like, dang, your girl can't catch a break. If it ain't one thing, it's another. But anything, let me move on. So anyway, about my 2 weeks. So these past 2 weeks, I've been crying like hell. Like I don't understand why when you feel like you're doing better and feel like you're trying to kind of move on with things, it feel like it doesn't out of nowhere. You hear a certain song, you hear, you smell a certain smell, and it's like you crying, you're bawling your eyes out and everything else because you realize like, dang, this is my new reality. This is something that I have to live with for the rest of my life. And that is not something that I feel comfortable with. Like it just bothers me. Like, dang, for the rest of my life, it's gonna be like this. Like, oh my gosh, just it's depressing. But sometimes I try to sit right there and be positive and stay strong and everything else. But sometimes when you already going through things and you're thinking about things in your head, and then other things start happening in your life. People start sitting right there accusing your thing. People start sitting right there just making it seem like you're the issue, you're this, you're that, you're that. And the whole time you're just grieving. You're just trying to figure out what you're supposed to do now with your life. You're supposed to figure out how you supposed to move forward with life. And it's so freaking hard. Like you got to move on forward with life. You got to keep pushing, keep on going on, keep on going on. But it's like, dang, I'm only human. How strong do I have to be? Why is it sometimes I can't get sad? Why is it sometimes I can't break down? Why is it sometimes that when life is getting so hard, people is not people, sometimes you want somebody to come and understand, but no, everyone, I don't know. Maybe that's just my experience. Sometimes people can be selfish. Sometimes men can be selfish. Sometimes, I want to be selfish sometimes. And that's okay. But it feel like everything I do, every time I'm sitting right there trying to do things right, it feel like I'm doing something wrong. Oh, y'all, it's just so freaking much. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys why I'm not a stay-at-home mom anymore. So, as you guys know, being a stay-at-home mom, I mean, if you're put in a position where money is not an issue with you and your family, and money is good and everything, that is great for you. But in my situation, I was stay-at-home mom. I felt like it was gonna be the best. Oh, I get to stay home with my kids, no daycare and everything else. But nobody told me about the financial stress as being a stay-at-home mom. It's so much. Like you sit right there, and at one point, yeah, I was a stay-at-home mom for 4.5 years, almost 5 years. And I kid you not, I used to get my nails done all the time, my hair done all the time before I became a stay-at-home mom. And the minute I became a stay-at-home, I'm not gonna say the minute, yeah, basically around the minute, it was like all that came to a complete halt. I had to sit right there and sacrifice so much of the things I enjoyed, sacrifice so much of the things that made me feel like me or made me feel a little better inside. Just so, because, it was a little financial burden. It was like, I feel like it was like sometimes I had to sacrifice what I love to do for the benefit of my family. And, sometimes when you're in situations like that, you have to do what you have to do in order to, make things better on your family. But sometimes you in relationships and everything else, and I'm just gonna put it like this. Ladies, don't depend on no man. For real, for real. Like, don't ever give a person that much power over you where they just sit right there and control everything in your life. It's not a good feeling. If a man want to be nice, okay, let that man be nice and everything else. But at the same time, it's okay to set boundaries. It's okay to draw a limit. It's okay to be mean sometimes. It is okay to sit right there and say, hey, I'm not feeling this. No, I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna sit right there and let you get complete control of my life. Because being at the mercy of someone else and them having that much power over you is not fun. It's not for the weak. Like, yeah, it was so freaking much going on. Like, it was just so much. And I just wish that a lot of things that I sacrificed for the benefit of my family, that, other people made them sacrifices too. But sometimes it don't go like that. Sometimes you realize that the person that you feel like you can spend your life with and everything is selfish. Sometimes the person, y'all not on the same page. Yeah, you love that person, you stay with that person, you picture your whole life with that person and everything else. And sometimes God have a different plan. Sometimes it takes a loss to realize a lot of things that was going wrong in your relationship. Sometimes it take a loss to realize, like, hey, I done missed out on so much on life and so much family time that I was trying to make somebody happy that never want to see me happy. Sometimes it's like, okay, every time that you trying to explain to somebody, like, hey, I'm going through this, hey, let's do this, hey, let's do that, hey, I want to do this, and they always, oh, we're gonna do that later, we're gonna do that later, we're gonna do that later. You always put on the back burner. And then when you express that, it's an issue. When you express that, like, hey, why is it that every time I'm expressing to you I want to do this, you say, we gotta wait, we gotta wait. Oh, it's this, is this. I learned how no one is gonna love you like you love yourself. No one is gonna do for you like you do for yourself. No one is gonna sit right there and say, hey, let me do this, let me do that. It don't matter, I don't know. Maybe it's just my experience, but it don't matter how much you can tell a person, like, hey, I want this. Hey, I want this, very word for word, detailed, everything, and they still don't do it. Then sometimes you be like, hey, I want this. I just want a break. I want a day for myself. I want a spa day. I want a day where I don't have to worry about kids. I want a day where I don't have to worry about this. And they say they're selfish. Sometimes you want a mental break. Sometimes you want a mental break, and sometimes it's not going to come from the person that you think it's going to come from. Maybe it's going to come from your mom. Maybe it's going to come from your dad. Maybe it's going to come from your uncles and aunties. And that's how you're going to get that break. That's why they say it takes a village to raise a child, because it's hard. It is actually hard. It don't matter how much you think your spouse is there for you and everything else. Sometimes that spouse is selfish too. Sometimes that spouse don't see the good in everything you do. And that is okay. And that is the reason why I decided to not be a stay-at-home mom anymore. That's the reason why I decided to go get a job and work on myself and start doing little things for myself that I want done for myself. Yes, it's hard. Yes, I said right there, it's a part-time job, but it's still money that's coming in my pocket. It's still money that I use to go get my nails done. It's still money I can use to go get my feet done or save up a little money and get my hair done. Life is hard. And I'm not saying none of this to be selfish or to like put my business out there, because that's not what I'm trying to do. But it's just the cold reality of being a stay-at-home mom. It's stressful. You wake up, some days you go to sleep crying, you wake up crying, and then you got to sit right there and put on a brave face because you don't want nobody to see you crying. That's the part they don't tell you about being a stay-at-home mom. They don't tell you about the struggles of losing yourself because you so focused on your children and man and everything else that you're just trying to make everything great. You're just trying to make everybody happy, and no one is there to make you happy. No one is there to sit right there and say, hey, let's make this person happy. Oh, let me make this person day. And then it's like, you have to realize, and that will happen for me. Once my brother passed away, I realized how short life was. I realized that me personally, I didn't want to keep telling the person what I want from them. I didn't want to keep telling the person, like, hey, that's making me sad. Hey, what you're saying right here is hurting my feelings. Hey, that's not true. Yeah, I don't make a money, but I am trying to help out the family. It don't feel good when someone keeps telling you, like, oh, you're not beneficial, basically, to the family. Oh, you're not beneficial because you don't bring income to the family. And then the same breath, they say, oh, well, I can't do nothing without you. I can't live life without you. And it's depressing because you're trying to figure out, what are you doing so wrong that you don't deserve the things that you're asking for. Sometimes you feel like, what are you doing so bad that you can't get that one day break, or you can't get that weekend break? Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you just want a day where you go out with your friends that you no longer have because you done sit right there and distance yourself from friends and family, that you just want a day where you can be you again, where you don't have to sit right there and be like, oh, I'm a mom, I'm a mom. Sometimes you want to forget. Not forget, but sometimes you want to feel alive again. Sometimes you want it. And sometimes it's okay to do it for yourself. Because when you see no one else is going to do it for you, or when you're asking for something that's too complicated, or it's too much, it's too selfish, it can be a lot. Okay, and I'm sorry, I had an interruption. But yeah, sometimes it's okay to be selfish sometimes. Sometimes it's okay to focus on yourself because you only get one freaking life. You only live one life. And once your life is over, baby, what is gonna be? What are you gonna say about it? Like, let's be all the way honest. Like, I want more for myself. I want to be happy. I want to sit right there and not stress or feel like that I am a burden on people. I don't want to feel like that what I'm asking for is too much. If I feel like it's too much, I realize that you have to move on. I have to sit right there and realize that what I'm asking for will never come from this person. So you have to sit right there and realize, like, hey, you got to do for yourself. You got to do for yourself. It's not like you coming off ungrateful and saying, hey, I don't appreciate you. I do appreciate you. But I realize that what I'm asking for, it's too much for you, so I'd rather do it for myself. I'd rather sit right there and make myself happy, because I refuse to sit right there and leave this earth and realize that I've been unhappy my whole life. Unhappy these years. Like, my brother was 32 when he passed. He just passed away last year. And I have to realize, like, dang, one day I am going to be older than my older brother, and that hurts. And I realized that I don't want to leave this earth unhappy. I don't want to leave this earth and be like, dang, all I did was argue in my last days. All I did was sit right there and question my sanity. All I did was question myself and asking myself why I'm not good enough. Why am I'm never enough? Why am I not the person that you can't commit to or stay loyal to? Anything else? I don't want to go on life like that. I had to realize that I had to decenter men from my life. My main focus right now in my life is myself, my kids, and my sanity. Because I realize if you keep focusing on mainly what men doing, focus on what that man doing, baby, that's going to run you crazy. Y'all don't understand how many times I went to sleep and sit right there telling myself, I don't want to wake up in the morning, because I was so worried about what that man was doing. I was so worried about who he was with. I was so worried about why he doing this and doing that and everything else, that I lost myself in the process. I lost me. I didn't realize who I was as a person. I didn't realize that I was not who I was before. And that is my rant for tonight. Until next time. And this is the finished product. All I have to focus on now is my next project's hanging up these pictures and figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of the house. And y'all can see I got the final picture up. That picture was getting on my nerves.